3.2, adding, subtracting, multiplying polynomials. We are going to start with this tomorrow. We are going to use special identities of polynomials to I'm looking for my pen. Okay. To factor and multiply more efficiently. Okay? So, but today we're going to do this basic stuff.
Yay.
Apparently it lost its connection.
You know, I'm confused on how I can read up there. Well, I did that, but like it's in the middle of the board. How does it read?
Well, it doesn't read very good anything above this, so I don't know.
Okay.
To be honest,
I
I
was
mean,
gonna say.
to be fair, it doesn't do a
So
very
it
good job
reads
anyway.
good below it, but not above it.
Okay, so it says perform the indicated operation. Okay, well, what operation is being done in a
Addition.
addition? Because there's a big plus there, right?
Yes.
Now, this is a positive 1 right here, yes?
Yes.
And you would need to distribute the positive 1, but when I distribute a positive 1, does it change anything?
No.
No. So I'm just going to combine like terms. And you have to write these in standard form. I will deduct points for standard form that's not done if there's only one variable. We will get into some sketchy ones on B and C, and we'll be like, kind of your best guess. There will be some wrong things, but sometimes it won't really matter. Okay, so I have a 6x cubed. Is that my biggest power?
Yes.
Okay, do I have another 6x cubed?
Yeah.
Or another cube?
Yes.
So I have 6 and 2, I have
8x cubed.
So I have 8x cubed. Then I should go squared. Yes?
Yes.
Minus 7.
So it's then minus 8x squared.
Minus 7, because I have 1 here and 8 here, so minus 7x
I didn't see the
squared.
other one.
And then
Plus 4x.
plus 4x.
Minus 5.
Minus 4.
4.
How do you get 5?
I did not. I almost said 5.
He just.
No. You
It's
said
okay. It's okay.
I started saying.
It's okay.
No.
It's not okay to be wrong.
Hey.
Right?
So, is there a wrong way to write that? Like, if I put any of those out of order, I'd be wrong, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so I will count off for that. Now, the next one we have x's and y's. Okay? So, we're going to have to talk about this. X powers should be our deciding factor, shouldn't they? Because alphabetical order, and so we need to go to the highest degree. But some of them, there's like double x squared. So, we just kind of talk it out. Okay, so what operation's going on here?
Subtraction.
It's subtraction. So there's a -1 that I have to distribute before I do anything, correct?
Yes.
So this is going to be a negative. I always just make these really big negatives. And this is going to be a what? Negative. And this is going to be a positive. Once I do that, I just combine my like terms. But what's the one thing we usually forget? To do that. Okay? Once you distribute, it's just combining like terms. We've already done the subtraction part of it. Okay, so let's start with, what do you think? X squared, y squared?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have 3x squared, y squared, and then I have minus 2x squared, y squared. So I have 1x squared, y squared. Now, I think we should have started with just x squared. Why? Because there's no y with it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and we were to end with just a y if we have just a y, right?
Yeah.
But it's really easy. Can't I just throw something in front of it? Yeah.
The next
Okay, so
one
I have
is
6x
minus
squared plus 2x squared is,
8x.
so I'm just going to put 8x squared here. Now, if you didn't put this here, I wouldn't go, oh, you're wrong. But I would tell you you're wrong if you put a power like just this one next. Why would that one be wrong?
Because
X squared is bigger than
Because the squared should go before the first power, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, so now I have a 2xy squared
minus
another
3x.
minus 3xy squared, so that would be,
it's minus xy squared. Yeah.
and do I have anything I didn't,
No.
No.
You added everything.
I had everything. Are there sometimes going to be stuff that I can't, like on the top one we had 4x, so we just had 4x, right? Okay, you want to do the next one on your own?
Wait.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
What
Next two on.
It's right here.
Okay.
Can I start it now? You guys,
Not yet.
not yet?
I'm still writing down the question.
Oh, it's still right now, the problem.
Mine didn't work.
I'm done.
Yes. That's right.
Okay, did you guys get 4a to the fourth minus a cubed plus 4a squared
Yes.
plus 3a minus 1?
Close.
Yes.
Is that the whole answer? Or do we have to do it?
What else would I do?
I don't know. But, yeah.
Okay. Now what do I do next?
You do minus.
I do subtraction. So what do I have to remember to do first?
Just remove it, then just-
So I'm gonna have a
Add
I know
to
what
subtract.
negative 3
Yeah.
plus 9 minus 7. So do it.
Wait, so what did you do right there?
I distributed my negative because it was negative out front, so it has to go through. So that would make this positive and negative. I just make a big negative. And this would be positive, and this would be negative. Now I had someone ask me on their paper if they could just distribute the negative when they write the problem down, and I don't have a problem with that. Like when they wrote it out of the book, I don't have a problem with that. Because once I distribute the negative, are those parentheses even really there?
No.
No. Do they have to be on this first one?
Apparently not.
Not unless I put a negative out front.
Okay, so.
Oh, I didn't write down right.
I think I did this
I didn't
right.
write it down right either, but.
Yeah.
I got it right so far. No, I didn't.
I don't know another way. I don't know if that really matters or not.
No. Well, it does matter that the a squared is here and the b squared is here. Like that really kind of has to be.
A, B, whoa.
Okay, what if you have
But basically,
minus 4ab squared in the middle?
Yeah.
Their b squared has to be, okay, a's have to go down in degrees and b's have to go
Makes no sense.
At-
but I
if
got
at
it.
all
I understand
possible.
it.
I don't know if
It's okay.
2, 1 for a
I wrote it
and
right.
then 2, 1 for b.
No, I didn't.
You do 1 descending and then 1 ascending.
Especially
As
for
a goes down, b goes up.
but
A
B
is
goes 2, 1,
A is 2 and then 1. B is 1 and then 2. A is going down in degree and B is going up in degree.
Okay. Like,
The
okay.
the variable that comes alphabetically first should be descending, going what? Down. And the one that's alphabetically next should go ascending, which is up. Now, we have a problem here because we have a b squared on both ends, right?
Yeah.
But, so you have to find one to like stick with. And so you should always go with your first alphabetical one, do as best you can. Now, I'm really not gonna count off for this one probably.
Okay.
Unless you would put, if you put this in the front, that would be wrong. Why would that be wrong?
Because it's not a squared.
It's not a squared.
What
Okay,
if you put the
this
second one?
this one really shouldn't, I mean, this one really, to me, is a squared, a.
Okay.
And then you look at your power. I mean, I guess you could have flipped, could I flip these two around?
Yeah, that
The
Yeah.
first and the second?
be a better
Yeah.
example of what you're saying.
Okay, but I could, but definitely I could not put the last one first, could I?
No.
Questions? Okay, we added and subtracted. Now let's multiply.
Oh.
Okay, multiplication is just distributing, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I am going to show you, we're gonna do the problem and I'm gonna show you 3 different organizational methods to do it. I should have made this only one thing on the slide and I didn't do it. But I'll disregard this bottom one and then we'll erase and I'll go back and do it. But I'll show you 3 different organizational methods you could use to multiply these out. I don't care which one you use. The only thing I care is you use the one you're gonna get right the most. Make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I have to take this 2 and multiply it times everything, right?
Yeah.
And this 5 and multiply it times
Everything.
everything. So the traditional method would just be this long thing, right? So I'd have 6m cubed minus 6m squared
8m.
plus
8m squared.
8. I added and multiplied. Okay, 8m squared plus 4m.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the 5, right?
Yeah.
So 15 m squared minus 20 m plus 10. So then I would combine my terms
Yeah.
and have
6
6m cubed plus 7m squared minus 16m plus 10. You've done that before, yes?
Yes.
Okay. So there's nothing different. It's just they're gonna make you do bigger than just 2 by 2 usually. Okay. Another way I could have done it is when I multiplied the 2, I stopped right here. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Another way to do this is to line up things. I like this method when I have really long polynomials. Okay, so that's the first multiplying by the 2m. Okay? So then when I would multiply by the 5, instead of just going straight out, I would line up my like terms.
So then it's just like addition.
Well, it's just addition anyway.
Well,
But
I
this
know
way
what it
I've
looks
lined
like.
up all my like terms. That makes sense? Okay? So this is really nice when I have like a trinomial times a trinomial because I would have 3 things and I would just move over and line things up and leave gaps where there needed to be. Okay? The next thing is, I'm gonna get it all in one. Okay, the next thing is I have 2 terms and I have what? 3.
terms.
So you make
6.
a 2 by 3 grid
You do.
with 2 rows and 3 columns. Now, you could make it 3 by 2. It doesn't matter. But when you're trying not to take a whole lot of paper up, you do this, then you go down, okay? And you just write your terms.
Okay, I remember seeing this.
And this is basically a multiplication table. That's it. So I have 2m times 3m squared, so I have 6m cubed, negative 8m squared minus 4m 15m squared minus 20m
Wouldn't it be plus 4?
and 10. Now, if they are on like terms, they will be diagonal. Okay? They will never be straight up and down. If you get like terms that are straight up and down, something went wrong. Now, a diagonal could be here and here, but they are diagonal from each other. So these are like terms, yes?
Yeah.
And these are like terms?
Yeah.
And when I combine them, I get 6m cubed plus 7m squared minus 16m plus 10.
I learned this in 4th grade with the other math, not like this, but like just multiplication. And they're like, you can pick whichever one. And then they made me learn the other one too, cause like they're like, you can pick, and then they forced me to pick the other one. I'm like, why'd you say I could pick them?
I will not force you to do either one or any of the three. I will tell you that if you're struggling with factoring, I can teach you how to factor using that table also. I hate it. I think it's disgusting, but I can teach you how to do it, and if it makes sense to you, I'm your biggest cheerleader, you go for it, okay? So if you are still struggling with factoring, I would be happy to show you that, not as a class, individually, how to factor using that method, okay? So, but do you see a method you might like?
Yes.
Yes. I will tell you, I use this probably when I have 3x3s, okay?
Like the next one.
I use this maybe when I have a 2x2 if I don't just go straight to the answer. And I don't ever use this method unless it's like a 4 or 3x4 or something like that, because the boxes bug me because I want them the same size and the same proportion, and I get so caught up on making my table pretty, I could have done the math already. But I do use it. They have their place. They are to organize your work, and if I can stay organized with my work, can I get the right answer?
Probably.
Yes. Did you guys like this one when I put it up there?
I don't understand it.
How?
You just go down, look down, look at it.
You line up like terms. So like if I didn't have a 20m, I just leave that blank.
Okay.
You just line up like terms.
Okay.
So then when you
Okay.
add them, they're already there.
I was looking at it.
Okay, so now I have this problem.
I was looking at it.
Okay, I get this one. Can I multiply all those at one time?
No.
That's what I-
That's what I tried doing.
It doesn't work.
No, you have
It
to
don't
do
work.
one,
Seems
but-
like one.
You have to pick two and multiply them. It does not matter if you pick the first two, the second and the third, the first and the third. It does not matter. Okay? I only start getting creative when I can see, oh, that's difference of squares. Why wouldn't I do difference of squares, right? That would be easy. But I don't start creative unless I see something like that. And I don't see any difference of squares up there, do you? Conjugate pairs. Do you see any conjugate pairs up there?
No, I don't.
No. So we're going to pick the first two. What method would you like to use? Traditional? 1, 2, or 3?
Two.
One.
2?
Two.
If you want to use 1, guess what? You use 1. Okay, so I have mn times mn, so that gives me m squared n squared minus 2mn minus
Wait.
nothing. Okay, and then I have 1, right? So that would be plus mn minus 2. So I get m squared n squared minus m n minus 2. That is so hard to say, m n. Okay, I have my answer, yes?
Yes.
What do I have to do with my answer?
Multiply by the other.
I have to multiply it times the other. Now, would you like to go with the box, or would you like to stay with this method?
Probably the box.
Why would you guys want to do the box?
So Isaiah likes
I like
geometric
the
shapes.
box. I love the
Okay,
box.
if you want to do the first method, I will do the box this method. But you do whatever, should we get the same answer? I
Yeah.
always love it when you guys goes, well, I did it a different way, so I got a different answer. No. If you
Well,
do
I
it a
did.
different way and you get a different answer, that means you did it
Wrong.
wrong.
Yeah, I did it
Okay,
right.
so you guys should be multiplying, whatever.
I like the box.
I will tell you that I don't typically do the box. It bugs me. But I'm always willing do whatever. And I'm standing right in front of it, so I'm assuming you guys are working at the same time, right?
Yeah.
We're supposed to be.
Yes, you were supposed to be.
Weird. Should we see what our answer is?
No.
I didn't do that right.
So I got m cubed n cubed
Mhm.
minus plus 3m squared n squared minus 6m n minus 8.
I knew it.
I was getting
Did anybody do the traditional of just writing it in a big line? Did you get lost at all? No. It bugs me because it takes too much of my paper up. And I can't do my columns. But it doesn't matter.
Well, columns, you could just make one huge box and just draw a line at the end of the column.
I like the box.
Okay, questions, guys? Nope. I got 2 more examples.
Yay. Ooh,
No,
no,
they
three.
didn't.
I'm gonna use the box.
Do it. Do them.
Yeah, I'm gonna go home now. Screw that.
I'm gonna do the box.
Told you, it's the same stuff you did from Algebra 1, right? But
I
they
think
kind
I
of
did algebra 1.
threw
I
it.
think I remember stuff from Algebra 1.
Yes,
No.
because you use Algebra 1 every day.
Wait, that.
Not on the weekend.
You did, you just didn't know it. Oh.
That's kind of
Pretty sure I didn't, but okay.
yeah.
I don't think I'm doing this right.
Well, try doing it right.
Just keep.
Oh, I know it's wrong.
Did you get what I got?
I'm still working.
No. Because I don't think you did your math.
No,
Yeah,
neither
that's
do I.
Yeah, I don't think you did your math right. You're 18 minus
18 minus
n
7.
squared minus 7n squared. Shouldn't that be
It's
11n
That
squared?
should be 11.
Yay, I did something.
Yes, I did it right. Wait, I forgot.
Okay, why did I not have more that combine?
Because
The way we're
Because the math.
Well, what do you notice about the terms in each quantity? Are they the same? Like, are they the same variable?
no, you
No.
don't
No.
have the just single variable.
Yeah, the only variable they change the share is that n squared, right?
Yeah.
So there's not, when they multiply it out, there's not gonna be a whole lot of like terms, is there?
No.
Okay. Questions on that? We good? Okay, we got one more on our own. Elena, what's wrong?
Nothing, I'm just trying to read it.
Oh, you're just trying to read it.
I'm
Okay,
blind.
okay.
I was about to say that.
Well, maybe you should sit closer to the.
Imagine being blind.
If you're blind, why do you sit in the back?
Okay, now wait a second. I'm gonna assign something different for this. I wanna prove the point. Okay, so this row,
What?
I believe you. You don't have to tell
I
me
gotta
to do
glare.
something.
Listen,
I won't end up
this
doing
row and that row, I want you to multiply the first two together first. Okay?
it.
And then this row, I want you to do 2 and 3 together first. And this row, I want you to do 1 and 3 together.
I want to do 1
First.
3.
Would you
Oh,
like
goodness.
Bill?
Okay,
Got one.
so the outside rows, shh, listen, the outside rows are quantity 1 and 2. Then Natalie's row is 2 and 3, right?
Yeah.
And your row is 1 and 3.
That's gonna be our record.
What the heck am I doing? Oh, I just wrote that problem twice. I don't want to. It's like, why do I have 4?
I was gonna do it anyways, the way they do it.
Yeah, 'cause you got them modeled.
Yeah.
And then when you finish with your first one, go on. Because unless you do the same way I do, our first quantity is not going to match, right? We're not going to know we have it right until we get to the very end. Okay, so after you finish the first 2, go on to the third.
No, Evan, we're not waiting.
I don't think I did this right.
Well, then do it again.
Do it right.
I got
It's that easy.
Okay. We'll see what this does.
I feel like I've played this.
Okay, then maybe we are
Okay,
doing it right.
shh. I did not do it the same way you did, so your numbers should not add up to mine.
I know.
Okay.
I wasn't looking at yours, I was
Okay.
looking at mine and it's not right.
She's doing 3.
I'm doing some mental stuff right
Too many numbers, man.
My goodness.
This man things mushroom.
Uh-uh.
Okay.
When we're done.
Okay.
I don't got anything that combines.
So then, I don't
I don't either.
either.
I know that I started right and I ended right, and everything in the between is.
Are they really trolling us?
What a
like
pretty
this?
answer.
Actually, I probably should rearrange it a little bit.
Oh, I have one that combined.
I don't have any.
I don't know if this was happening.
I don't have
now.
any.
Yeah, I don't think you did it right. If you have one.
How do you switch them around? How do you switch them
Well, I'm gonna do an M cubed. Don't you think an M cubed should be after?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. How did I get that? No? I kind of think I'm right.
I feel like that's a lot of numbers.
Yeah, I feel the same now. I'm slowly tripping.
And there's an M squared again. And a little bit at the beginning.
Yeah, but this one has a higher N, so it should go.
Oh,
I have
okay.
no clue how I'm supposed to put this right.
I'm
You think-
If we were to have one this long on our assignment and we didn't
They're all the same.
rearrange them,
As long as you had the first and the last, it'd probably be fine.
Oh.
But you, I mean, what I'm doing is not difficult. I mean, you only have 6 problems. I think you can take a minute and look at them.
Oh, yeah, I definitely did not do this right. That's
Yeah, I
the
didn't
answer.
do mine right either.
I did mine. right.
right.
I don't even know what's happening anymore. I don't.
Maybe you guys all just did it wrong.
I stopped halfway.
Along with Mrs. May. I did mine right.
Okay. So the reason why, no, let's talk about this. The reason why I put it in the order I did. Why is M to the 4th, N to the 4th first?
So it's
Because
the highest
it's-
power.
It's the highest power of M, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, then why is 2M cubed plus N in front of 3M cubed N cubed?
Because you
Because
want the
it's
N
just
to
the
go up.
N.
I want the N's to go up and the M's to go down, right? And then I went from 3 to what? 2. And I put the smaller power of N in front.
Yeah.
And then I went to 1. And again, the smaller power of N in front. So it's not that bad. You have 6 problems. You can stop and think, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you guys agree with me?
Yes. Yeah.
I don't even.
I got the
I
right
did.
numbers, I just didn't have it in front.
Right.
Yeah,
That's,
I
if
think
you
I did
got
the
the
first
right
part right.
numbers, that's where we're going with that.
I did not do this right.
Yeah, I got the right numbers, just not.
Okay, so if you didn't do the right, if you don't have the right numbers, I would suggest you try the problem again. Because you probably, when you multiplied, you didn't add an exponent or something like that. Now, we have done multiplying, addition, and subtraction before polynomials, correct?
Yeah.
Have we done a lot with double variables and things like that?
No.
No. So is it gonna be a little weird?
Yeah.
Yeah. But guys, I gave you 6 problems. That's it. Maybe more than
I think
It's,
one's
it's 6. I
No,
counted
it's
it
6.
on
Oh,
my
it's
paper.
on Monday,
Yes.
that's why.
Ethan.
We're not on Tuesday. Wouldn't it be minus mn squared and minus 2mn because you want your n going up?
You want your M
Or
M going down, N going up. So your first power should be in front of your second power.
Oh, okay.
Okay? So any other questions? If you again didn't get it right,
Redo it. So that, I like
redo
how
it and I can help you. I can go
see
through
that
it.
The m's go
I'm
4,
so
3, 3,
lost.
2, 2,
I know what I
1,
did,
1,
I
and
just-
the n's go 2, 1, 3, 1.
I'll redo it.
Yeah, the leading variable, okay, listen please guys. The variable that alphabetically comes first has more power in the dictating the order than the others. Does that make sense?
Yes.
If you can only fit the like M's, that's what we need to worry about the most.
So if you have ZA.
So you always worry about your A.
Okay.
And your Z will kind of come where it goes. Okay. So I will come around and help those who were not